Greetings. My name is Iesh, and I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of the Essay Modeling Guru Chatroom. Alright? Are you a first-time viewer? Alright, buckle up. Enjoy this episode. Please make sure you watch until the end. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification button. So as for today, what I want us to do, I want us to have an educational episode where we're going to dive deep discussing the difference between pageant modeling and runway modeling, so that if you want to start modeling, you know where to go. Alright? As a person, I believe that you know your own weaknesses, you know your own strengths. Alright? So before you decide that you want to start modeling, first understand this too. It's going to be very helpful. So, as an essay modeling guru, I host both shows. I host pageants, I host runways, but I host them for different purposes, you know. But over the years, and it's still happening even today, when people come to me, they'll be like, hey guru, I want to model. Then you ask them, okay, I hear you want to model, but what kind of modeling do you want to do? Then you know what they say. They're gonna say, I just wanna model. Alright? But I don't blame them for their lack of knowledge, because number one, doing researches is very, very tiring, and it can give you a lot of information that can confuse you. And that's where people like me come in. I'm here to educate you. Make sure you follow Guru on his Facebook page, all his social medias, and watch all these videos, because you never know what you're gonna learn until you watch until the end. Alright, I'm gonna be giving you guys I'm gonna be having guests on the show that I'm gonna be talking to. Probably the episode after this, I'm gonna be having a guest, and we're gonna be discussing pageant or runway. I'll see, but I'll give people so that you don't only hear what I tell you, because other people might tell you other things that you might also find useful. Alright? If you know you have a stage fright, then you cannot do pageant modeling, because pageant modeling is like you're going to be asked questions by the judges when they're picking their top 5, their top 10. Also, you're going to have to answer questions. You're going to have to introduce yourself to hundreds of people. Tell them who you are, where you're from, how old are you. All right, that's what pageant side is like. All right, you talk to people, you look out for people. That's what pageant modeling is all about. And I know the fact that you have to stand in front of people, to some people, it's a deal breaker. Some people don't want that. They just want to walk on stage like in and out, in and out. All right? A lot of people think that pageants are a deal breaker. So now, before we jump into runway, we're first going to dive a little bit deeper to pageants. All right? Another thing, you are pretty much welcome to try out pageants if you want to get rid of fear, stage fright, and you want to build confidence. Then pageants are good for you. All right? Pageants involve community work, where you are going out, maybe cleaning at the old age homes, feeding the people on the streets. What else? Let me see. But pageants is not like, you cannot say it's a personal thing. It's more of like, when you get into pageant, you are telling people that you can lead. All right? You need to learn how to lead people, how to talk to people, and how to be patient with people. You cannot come into modeling if you're dealing with mood swings and all that. We don't want that when it comes to pageant. Pageant is for celebrities, Baba. When someone comes and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? You need to be ready, like, okay, let's take a picture. You take a picture with them. But now, I'm gonna move to the runway. Right? I'm not done with the pageant, we are still coming back, but I'm gonna move to the runway so that you can understand the difference between the two. When you were doing a runway, it's where like you were called to promote. Runway modeling is promotional modeling. Promotional modeling. That's how it is. Alright? So, for an example, I'm wearing I.R.B, Iesh Relax Boss. What am I doing? I'm promoting I.R.B, I'm promoting Iesh Relax Boss, and I'm standing in front of you as a promotional model. So that's how it is. It's more like a brand calls you, they take pictures, maybe with a certain clothing or a certain product, and you take it out and promote. If it's not that, you are called to a show, the fashion shows, where you put on brands. Iesh Relax Boss, so nice. They come up, they dress you, you walk on stage with their brand, people take pictures with you, then they take those pictures and promote. So whatever you do on runway is for publicity purposes. It's not like you don't go out and do community work, do any. All you do is promote when you decide that you wanna be on the runway side, right? So now, what is the difference? What is the difference? So we're gonna start from the bottom, right? We're gonna look at pageant. Someone is hosting a pageant. So a pageant, you get a crown, you get a sash, you get prizes. Then what else? Then you also get like trips where you're gonna be going to different places, where you're gonna go and show off your crown, and you have to go out, have sponsorship fees, use that sponsorship fees to get to places that are a little bit far from where you are. Alright? Help people from outside, give back to the community, go on radios and all that. But when it comes to runway modeling, all you do, you take pictures, you promote. So if you want to be a runway model, all you have to do is make sure, you need to make sure that you have a good social media, right? It's very important to invest on your social media. Be always active. If you've seen, I know a lot of people have seen that Facebook is paying, so you need to use things like that, be able to make money for yourself like that. That's how you make something out of yourself as a runway modeling, as a runway model. So, okay, as the SA modeling group, I host both shows, I host pageants, and I host runways, right? Over the years, and it's still happening, one of the things I'm telling you about, guys, when models come to me, they be like, hi, I want a model. Then I ask them, what kind of modeling do you want to do? And the question is, I always get this answer, I just want a model. What's the difference? Then I need to start telling them the difference between the two before they can even join. But I do not blame them as well for their lack of knowledge, because number one, researchers are very tiring. They might give you a lot of information that might confuse you, you see. So I just try to summarize things for them to say, hey guys, this is the difference between runway and pageant. Then I try to tell them when I'm doing a show. If I'm doing a pageant show, then I tell them like, yo, I'm doing a pageant show, and pageants are like this, all right? In terms of pageant, there's a registration fee. You're going to be looking at the photo shoot fee. What else? What's this? The public voting and all that. I tell them, I give them prices so that they know. I even give them the total to say, this is much money you're going to use. It's much money you're going to need for this entire pageant. If the registration is like $400, they're going to have to need that $400. Photo shoot for $200, that's $200. And also give them tickets to sell and submit the money back, and also tell them that, yo, if I give you 15 tickets, most of the time my tickets are like $100. So I give you like 15 tickets, then you need to give me back 1,500. But now we're going to have 3 months to prepare the show. That's how most pages are. You are given like 3 months to sell your tickets, all right? First month, 500, second month, 500, the third month, 500, then the fourth month, it's mostly like the month of the show, or even on the third one, like mid-month for that. Did you cut? All right. So, don't cut that though. If you are first time, what the fuck did I write here? Okay, first, if you want to join pageants, there are things that you need to know. If you have a stage fright, then pageants are not for you. Because you're going to have to introduce yourself to hundreds of people. Judges are going to ask you questions before they choose their top 10, their top 5, alright? So, you're going to have to answer questions. You're going to have to tell people, hi, my name is Michelle, I'm this age, this is where I live, and this is what my motto is. That's what gets after selling all the tickets in the final day of the show, alright? That's how pageants work. So if you have this stage fright, they're not for you. But if you want to get rid of that fear, if you want to build self-confidence, if you want to be a hero and help other people except for yourself, what you have to do is join pages, right? You're going to do community work. You're going to feed the homeless. You're going to go on radio stations, ask for donations so that you can help others. Go to TV, talk to people, inspire people so that they can be the best versions of themselves. All right? So now, what I'm going to do, we're going to move to the runway. All right? Now, there's a difference, all right, between runway and pageant. And imagine, I just told you guys how pageants are, right? Now, we're going to dive into runway modeling, all right? Runway modeling is more like promotional modeling. You model and promote things at the same time. You model and promote things at the same time. So, for instance, I'm wearing Iesh, right? So it's I.R.B. I.R.B. That's what I'm wearing. Guys, I'm so ashamed with you better like every time. No, the owner of this, who happens to be behind the scenes, which is I'm gonna call him, not so long, like it's not gonna take long before I call him. And I met him to 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Alright? 2021, I called him to my show, like, yo, I'm hosting a fashion show. Alright? Models who model at the fashion shows are runway models. Right? They promote brands. So I call him like, yo, dude, come, promote your brand so that we can help you promote it to even more people. That's what it is. Alright? So when you are doing a runway modeling, you're promoting, but one, let me tell you how the shows work. The runway shows. How they work is that you are called, right? There's a stage fee most of the time. There's a certain height that you are supposed to be like you need. I think you need to be like 6 foot. All right. I don't know if that's for men or women. I'm not really sure, but you need to be a certain height. You need to be okay. When it comes, this is what I love about runway modeling, guys. They do not discriminate. They don't care about your body size. They don't care. You are size 58. You are size 28. You can still do runway modeling. Okay? Then there's also a fee. Then I think you also have to sell tickets, most especially if it's a show yakokas. You need to sell tickets. Alright? I'm not really sure how the guys who are doing the essay fashion shows work and all that. I'm not sure is it, but I will find out and I will come back and I'm gonna talk about it to say, guys, this is how they work. And if you follow the essay modeling guru, I always give out advices like, guys, follow that pageant, follow that show, just in case you wanna be part of it next year, so that you can know, correct, what is really happening. Because I don't want people coming back to me saying, hey, guru. And I'm like, eh. They're like, yo, dude, you got scammed. I was like, yo, what? And they're like, yo, I got scammed. I was like, what? I told you to follow the modeling, whatever, the director, the show, so that we can prevent those kind of things. But going back to runway modeling. Runway modeling is all about promoting. You can promote a phone, you can promote a microphone, you can promote a camera, a cap, a t-shirt. That's what runway modeling does. And it's not only about walking on stage. It's not only about walking on stage. Sometimes you're just called for a photo shoot to say, yo, we are looking for models to advertise this lipstick. Those are runway models. All right, guys. So without wasting any more time, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be calling the founder, the owner of I.R.B. Iesh Relax Boss. All right, guys. In a second, he's going to be here. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, guys? We are back again. We just took an ad break, and I had to go get him from his house, and he's here now. He's here next to me. All right, Mister, can you start by introducing yourself to our viewers, please?
This is Orlando Lucas Muvani, aka Mr. I.R.B, aka Mr. Iesh Relax Boss, aka Mr. OJ the artist. Yes, all the way from Langaville Station, the sort.
You have so many AKAs, you remind me of my good care. Alright, good. First thing first, before we do, I'd like to say thank you for making me look fresh for this scene. Yeah, it's all in danger.
Yes,
there are a lot of people who are gonna know with how it's like how do you get to work with this guy? Alright? As I was saying before I called you here, is that you came to my shows, you've dressed up models, and you promoted your work with the essay modeling guru. You've promoted your work with Ushaki Foteje personally, which is if you've seen my profile picture on Facebook, I'm wearing your brand. I'm wearing your brand everywhere. Yeah, Joe, I love your brand. I don't want to lie to you. So, what can you tell me about it? Why, like, how did you come about Iesh and Alex Boss?
Actually, I think i-brand le ngayicala bengisapusha igama nje. It was 2015 ngingakabi nespana yabo.
Yeah.
So the other day there was a disc cup nyana besekhaya yabo. Behleli laphaya iphezu kwakhe le ndebe.
Yeah.
So ngicabanga ngathi why because ayicalanga la yabo.
Yeah.
I used to mfaka bochiri phakathi kwale cup cause khona lo nyaka la I think it was 2014-15 bebathanda ukubulala bomama bochiri. So ngathi le cup le ngcono ngiyithathe yabo. Ngiyisave like nabochiri labo shoot manje ngizobafaka phakathi kwale cup le.
Yeah.
Shoot le cup le it's like umkhumbuka no yabo.
Oh.
Akekho umuntu ozomthinta. So igama elithi Iesh Relax Boss like likhuza manje ngangarape ngabulala bomama yabo into kanjalo.
Yeah.
It's like so I think I was born ngaqala ngayidraw a couple.
Yeah.
Bese ngathola bochiri bangaphakathi.
Yeah.
Kwale couple. So kuya ngokuya ngibele ngebrand engayishintsha.
Yeah.
Kodwa yona iqale as a cup.
Yeah.
So ngikhuza nje amajida ukuthi abobaba beke luhlukumeza abantu besifazane because abakwazi ukuzilwela bona kwento kanjalo so bathatha i-advantage.
Yabona shoot my bro, I mean, I've known about your brand for a very long time, but this is the first time this was the story behind it. Because of Nami Iesh Relax Boss, then I started like nobody having meaning. Yabo, for Ramachita Papa and Iesh Relax Boss. But now your meaning behind the brand is very powerful, and now I'm so proud that I'm even pushing this brand personally. And now you've given more reason to keep on pushing this brand, like what's in Donna. Iesh Relax Boss. Alright, because gender base is not good. I'm so glad you brought that thing up. So which is I'm hoping that as time goes on and we call people who like I'm a victim of gender based violence, then we can talk about it. And also call the culprits so that they can make others understand what made them, what pushed them into doing that. But nevertheless, to thank you very much for coming, for dressing us. But oh, you're also an artist. Oh, it's my favorite act by Orlando, Ricky Macado. Guys, and this gotta be the most favorite. Keenan Forbes, guys. I spoke about Keenan Forbes I spoke about his daughter on the previous episode. Alright, without more being said, my name is Shaki Fortete, and I'd like to say goodbye, guys. Thank you for tuning in into this episode. Alright.